That sucks. It is fucking broken, man. That's pretty bad. Damn it. Alright, so now I had to go out and buy this. Princess Auto in Canada. Brand PT. C28193 is the part number. I looked online. You could either spend $30 or $280 for a, I don't know, some other brand that I think Ford uses and suggests. But obviously I'm not going to do that. So now, what I think this is kind of like locking tabs. You gotta just free it up here. So what I want to do is actually remove all of this stuff. I haven't even ordered any of the parts yet. What I want to do is make sure that the bearings are good. As long as the bearings, the races are okay, and I can reuse that, all I need is a new wheel seal and an ABS ring. Okay, so there's your nut. Looks good. I'm gonna set it down here. These bearings should just pop out, the outer bearings. See what brand this is, probably some Chinese brand. Oh no, Koyo USA. That's good. So there's a little marking on here, but as long as you don't feel it deep with your fingernail, then they're okay. I'm gonna clean it up later with some brake clean. I know the workbench is looking a little bit messy, but we're gonna remove the seal and take a look at these bearings. This is fucking brutal. Wow. That was in there like no tomorrow. Okay. Now that it's somewhat washed, I can really take a look. It just feels weird. It's like it's almost like not spinning properly. Time to do some shopping. Okay, so I don't have any of the parts with me, but what I can do now is just get this to a bare hub and remove these races. So we're going to remove the outer race first, flipping it on this side. You can see the little lip here. You can get special punches in order to punch these out properly, but I'm just going to use this almost like flat head here. It's flat, and you want to make sure you're not actually hitting the walls, obviously. Just make sure you're hitting just the race. There we go. There is your outer race. Now to do the inner one, seems like it's going to be a little bit more difficult. There you go. Using Timken, very good brand for bearings and races and wheel seals. So we got the inners and outers here, as along with the wheel seal. All right, so you can get this kit pretty cheap on Amazon. Bearing and race kit. Or sorry, race kit. This isn't for bearings. Okay, so you want to just line it up. As soon as you feel like vibrations, you can hear a very specific tone when you've reached the bottom, and that's definitely the bottom there. Same rules apply for the inner bearing. Sorry, did I say that this one was the inner? This is the outer. Yeah, so now we're working on the inner one. So again, this is the new bearing. I'm gonna keep it in here. I don't want dirt in there. Again, match up your components. Oh yeah, these ones feel so much better. Wow. Way better than these, that's for sure. They look the same too. It's very important to keep this shit clean as well. Always keep this area clean. And again, you want the cone to be facing you when you're working on this, because the bearings are gonna go in this way. So you want the thinner end to be facing you, not this end. And as it starts bouncing, you know if you've reached the end. Yep, looks like I'm all the way at the end. The hard part is always to get those races in. I find that to be the most difficult part out of the whole thing. So now we're gonna set the inner bearings. We're gonna make sure that they're all good, set in place, along with the wheel seal and spacer. So grab the bearings that you're gonna need, make sure your hands are clean. What I like to do is put oil in between each of the bearings. Coat the whole bearings in oil, just a little bit, you don't need a lot, along with the inside of the race. Now we're gonna just put the spacer in. This little spacer, I think, makes sure that it locks in place, I believe. Not 100% sure. Pretty sure that's what it does. When you tighten it, it kind of locks it in place. Let me make sure it fits though. Okay, looks like we're seated. Bearings are in place, they're not moving around. I've got a new tone ring here for the ABS. There we go. Okay, so first thing I like to do is obviously clean off the spindle. The spindle is clean. I cleaned it off before with some sandpaper, especially around where the seal sits. You want to put only sandpaper over there. Use a little bit of oil. I do a little line. And I like to prepare the bearing to make sure that as soon as I'm ready to put it in, I can. So again, okay. Grab your hub, put it in. Make sure it's sitting all the way. Put the bearing in. And then you gotta line up the little tab with the tab that's on here on the spindle.